Hello and welcome. So today I'm going to be attempting to live solve the Guardian's Quick Cryptic number 16, and this has been published on the 20th of July 2024, and it's been set by Picaroon. The instructions tell us that the definitions are always at the beginning or end of the clue, and there's only four types of clues, and we've got anagrams. We've got reversals. Now, I thought reversals are probably my least favourite type of clues because I don't encounter those very often, but essentially it's put a word in. The clue may lead you to a word like dog and then reverse that to get to God. That's a reversal. Insertion, which is where you add a letter to get from one word to another. And then I discovered the fourth type of clue is spoonerisms, and these are the ones that if I'm honest, I really detest them. They're awful. And even the example they've given in the thing is rowers let slip to get sea creature, which is, the answer is blue crab, and that's crew blab. So a spoonerism is where you change the sound at the start of each word. So crew blab to blue crab. Not fun at all. Very hard to think of those. So we'll see how they go today. I'm going to go through I'm going to go through. These are a series of crosswords intended for beginners or people moving up, taking up cryptics. So I'm going to go through rather than slowly and explain my thinking. That's really the intention of these videos. So enough blabbing from me, and I'm going to crack on. So one across. Spooner's finest clothing, getting extra ale in a pub. There's something to do with a local, but I'm not even going to bother looking at that until I've got some more letters on the board. US rock groups going around one French city. French rock group. Kiss. Oh, it's okay. So I'm looking at clue, thinking going around. So it sounds like it's a reversal clue. So, although actually it could be an insertion. Put a one into a US rock group, so a four-letter rock group. The only one I can think of is Kiss, and it isn't them. So time to move on again. Bewildered as T gets drunk. So this definitely looks like an anagram that get drunk. In fact, we've got 2 and 3 as T. I mean, I'm pretty bewildered today. And bewildered could be a anagram indicator itself. So either end of this could be we're either trying to get to bewildered or to get to drunk. Gets drunk, and I think it's an anagram of as T. And of course, I could be wrong about that. But it is actually at sea. Yank spins around, so this sounds like it's a reversal clue showing belly. Belly is tum, but yank isn't tum. Gut, tug, gut. So gut normally. So if you tug, then you spin that around, you get a gut. And the clue here is the way I've decided to put it in that is because we're starting with the yank spinning around, so we need the yank, which is the tug. Spin that around to show the belly. So show is saying actually that's what you're going to end up with. His team developed. So this looks like an anagram. I know I've got 7 letters to fill in. His team developed. Says it's an anagram of his team. A disbelieving attitude. So is that? I would say that's atheism. That looks about right for the letters in the clue. Spooner's father. Moving on. Back numbers for boy. So boy would be lad. Back suggests to me it's going to be a reversal. So if I went through the numbers, I've got 1. No. Numbers would be nos, nose, that abbreviation. Back that, turn that round, gives us son for boy. Fixes trouble between north and south. I mean, fixes trouble could be an anagram of fixes, but I can't think of a word that can become an anagram. Between north and south suggests like you want to. I think that's put north and south at the start, and then in my brain I thought trouble. Trouble is often ales in crossword, and nails are fixes. You fix things up with a nail. Summon apple thief receiving fine. So this sounds, well, it sounds like an insertion clue. With the receiving fine, but fine. Okay, a fine is a letter F. Apple thief is an apple thief I would have said was a scrumper. Summon apple thief receiving fine. I can't see that that's an anagram. I think that's put an F into whatever an apple thief is. So the F is going to be there or there, or maybe there. But which one? I don't know. Summon is to call, but call won't add an F to get a word. E.g., gorillas consumed fruit, as Spooner says. Yeah, well, I'm really not enjoying Spoonerisms. Oddly, okay, oddly sounds like it's going to be a anagram. I see I've got 10 letters fill here, and I can see there's a lot of letters in the next few letters, and then it's a long clue. So it's probably a bad egg ran, and then amateur rock band. So, ooh, what's that going to be? I'm going to have to actually do some answering on. I try doing one of these. A bad egg ran. What's an amateur rock group? I wonder if that's an amateur rock group that's not to do with music, but actually is kind of geological. Has the setter sent us in a different direction? Let's do some more shuffling. Garage band, I think that is. Okay, so it is music. At least it didn't do a double. Give us a long anagram to solve and give us a clue that's off. Okay, cited. I know I'm looking for 5-letter words. Cited strange order. Strange says anagram to me. Cited. Probably. I've got a T there, so what is that? That's edict. Parisian is in art gallery. So art gallery is normally the Tate. Having made a will, Parisian is going to be whatever the French for is, and I know having made a will is testate. So let's put that in. So that's Tate, and then insert est. My pronunciation is probably wrong, sorry, but I remember il that's my as far as my French went back in the day. So Miss Peron was Eva, Romans, greeting, return. Yeah, so Eva, Peron, and Ave is a reversal of that. That's a very generous clue if you've got your general knowledge for the Eva Peron part. Confused Irish Prime Minister recently. So it looks like confused Irish. I mean, I'm just looking back over here at the S and I, sorry. It looks like an anagram of Irish Prime Minister recently. That isn't going to be Leo Varadkar. The Taoiseach is the Irish Prime Minister. So, confused Irish Prime Minister. I'm just looking. I've got anagrams, reversal, insertions, and spoonerums. I mean, it looks like it should be an anagram of. Oh. Okay, yeah, I got confused there because it's Rishi, isn't it? Rishi Sunak. He was our Prime Minister, the British Prime Minister, as opposed to the Republic of Ireland's Prime Minister. So that's a good example of how a setter can send you off down the wrong track. Irish Prime Minister, even though I knew Irish was being used up in the anagram, and I should have forgotten that and left myself thinking, who's a Prime Minister recently? Rishi Sunak, yeah, very good. Reverend Spooner, I don't want to look at that. I just those at ground in uncomfortable place to sit. That sounds like an anagram of those at. So ground is a good word for anagrams, although you'll find a lot of anagram indicators. I think I once read someone who said he started making a list of them when he began doing crosswords, and when he got to about 200 different possibilities for indicating crosswords, he gave up making the list. Those at ground in uncomfortable place to sit. So those at, let's put that in the anagram indicator. those at. We haven't had many insertions yet. Hot seat. There you go. Performing, canine keeps cool. Interesting one. I mean, I would have said that was an anagram, but I can't see. Ah, okay, I can't see what it is, but I think actually we've got canine keeps cool to get to performing. So is that canine? Canine's a dog? Yes, dog. Okay. Do in for cool. So dog. Oh, excuse me. So dog, D-O-G, and then stick in the in. In. You know, if something is in fashion, it's cool. That's a nasty clue. Sailing vessel in ponds heading north. Okay, so heading north sounds like we've got a word being reversed. Ponds, a sailing vessel beginning with S. Ponds are lakes, are puddles, are meres. No. Okay, I'm going to have to move on again. Petition from EU's coming up. Okay, yep, that's just the EU, and then the S, because the clue's got an S on the end of it, European Unions. Sorry, I actually just abbreviated, I read that wrongly, didn't I? It's petition from European Unions coming up, and I just said EU mentally. So you can see that coming up, EUs gives a sue. If you sue someone, you petition them in court. I'm going to have to do some of these ones I don't want to do. This looks like guessed, e.g. gorillas consumed, or great, sorry, e.g. gorillas consumed fruit, as Spooner says. So gorillas, great, yeah, so consumed would be 8 grey, e.g. say, okay, let's have a look at this one. Spooner's father gambled such money won't be repaid. Well, that's a bad debt. I can see it's a bad debt. I don't have to do the Spoonerism. Bad debt would be dad bet. Okay, there you go. This one here, US rock groups going around one French city, so that's Reims, isn't it? Rems. REM is, okay, REM's going around French city. Wow, so you've got to actually think of a 3-letter. I mean, are REM a rock group per se? I would never have put them down as rock. Wow. The S for the REM is going around one, which is the one there to get to a French city. Reims, golly. So I don't know my French cities very well. I don't think Reims had any of the World Cup 98 games played there, so I wouldn't have known that. Or have to dig it out, should I say. Okay, looks like another. This looks like great beer. So Spooner's finest clothing getting extra ale in a pub. Getting extra ale, so that's going to be a beer, isn't it? That can't be great beer, though, can it? Guest beer? No. Yeah, guest beer. Guest beer, best gear. Yeah, best guest beer, best gear. I mean, you can see why I don't like Spoonerisms, because so far I actually haven't figured one out from the clue. I've just had to put it in and then work out why it's a Spoonerism. And I've got 2 of them still to do. Reverend Spooner's crazy placards showing couthness. Crazy placards is going to be mad. So that's why we've got an M there. So let's start out with what it might be. Mad. Placards are banners. Yes, banners. So that's bad manners, I think. That's uncouthness, isn't it? Bad manners. Okay, that one I sort of worked out. So crazy placards are mad banners. Spooner it to become bad manners. Right. Summon apple thief receiving fine. summon. 2 E's. I mean the F. Apple thief. Okay, let's look. I mean, it's not going to be a reversal. Just double check. It's definitely not spoonerism. He's been very kind to us, telling us when we've got spoonerism so far. Anagrams. I don't see that being an anagram. I think the receiving F says it's going to be an insertion. So what's the F going? Apple thief. Is apple thief is this some kind of, like email, iPods and things? No, eyes. Apple. It's not some kind of technological speciality. I'm just going to move to 14 down again. Sailing vessel in ponds heading north. Sloop. A sloop is a sailing vessel which is pulls upwards, which is the heading north part. So that's great apes, isn't it? E.g. gorillas. Okay, so the clue is, the definition is gorillas, and E.g. is saying it's a type of gorilla. So a gorilla is a great ape. So great apes. Sorry, because we had gorillas. Great apes ate grapes. There you go. So I did sort of see the 8 bit. 8 grapes and great apes. So that must be. I wouldn't say evoke, but it can't be evoke. Evoke, summon. What's this word? Oh, summon. My brain passed over a word just now, and I can't think of it. I mean, it can either be an F there or it can be an F there. Apple thief. Receiving fine. If that was F, I mean, sometimes it's best just to do an alphabet roll. E, F, W, E, R, E4, T, Y, U, I, O, P, L, if foal, K, J, H, G, F. I mean, this feels like a wasted time because I'm pretty certain there's no word that's going to come out of this. X, C, V, B, N, M. So maybe it isn't an F in here. So, I mean, if that's an F, W, E. I'm not seeing any word here. I mean, evoke would be the word I'd feel that is from the clue of summon, but even that I'm not sure that's a particularly good answer. But apple thief, receiving fine. I'm a bit stumped by that one myself, really. A fine. Yeah, I would have thought fine is just looking for a letter F. Fine is, yeah, it is evoke, isn't it? Okay. Eve with okay in it. So okay is fine. You feel, I feel fine. I'm okay. And Eve, as in Adam and Eve, was the apple thief. And that is to summon. So there we go. Let's just check I've got everything done. Okay, well, I'm through that. Successfully done, but wow, that was not. I do not think that was. Let's introduce beginners to cryptic crosswords. That was just a step up and a half. I mean, almost. When you saw how few clues I got on that compared to previous weeks. I'm not going to go through every clue because I think I talked them through well enough at the time, but if you've got any questions then leave them in the comments. More than happy to answer, explain anything. But thank you for watching, and I hope that's helpful to people, and see you next week.